Good morning. It's Carol working on collage fodder for the kits I plan on selling. Very early, having my first cup of coffee. I'm going to make some loosely watercolored botanicals and then when they're dry, doodle on them. This is my new best friend. I've been using Sharpies and ink pens and all kinds of things. This little bottle with the fine tip point and watered down white paint has been allowing me to doodle with paint. Let me get these on dark colors. Kind of shaky when I did this one. It was my first one, but yeah. So I'm gonna make some of these too. So I have a few more of these bottles. I'm gonna make a white one. I mean a black one and a gold one. I sure am. But for now, I'm going to make some of these and check my bucket of where am I with my coffee? Stuff. This is the collage fodder that I've been making 6 of each or 12 of each for the pack I'm going to sell. One pack's going to be for me to use and then 5 to sell. So we have all kinds of goodies. These little envelopes or leaves. I didn't want to get lost. But we have super bright colors, circles and stars and hearts and squares with doodles, flowers I made. Some I made with that new little squirt bottle with white paint in it. Stars, more circles, stars, bigger flowers, different type of flowers. That's pink hearts, pink flowers, orangish colored stuff, squares, and then some where I had done a bunch of circles and sliced them, sliced papers, and then some more stars and those big flowers I made. And not only that, let me get this. I have this pack of stuff, which is 6 of everything so far. 6 postcard size of these. Bingo cards that are dyed. More bingo cards that are dyed. Double bingo cards that are dyed. And then a bunch of painty paper. 6 of each, 6 of each. 6 of each brownie colored paper, and then some with dots, bright green. Such a was one with pink and blue. Maybe that's the one I haven't done yet. Maybe. But this is a really good stack of papers. So I've been working hard on this. I'm not sure what the price is going to be yet, but I put a lot of hours and supplies and thought process into these packs. I think I might make 6 of these. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the squares. But at the moment, I'm making some greenery to go in there because I've noticed it's lacking any greenery. So I'm making 6 pages like this. And I'm going to send the pages whole like this. I'm not going to cut them out. So let's get started. Basically, I'm just using these 2 greens here. Get my little thing that holds water. Add some water to the green, add some water to the darker green. Okay. basically do two colors. I'll let one color get a little bit dry since this is watercolor. With a teardrop shape. Make them a little bit longer. Make a note. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that color. It is definitely early, early, early. I didn't mean to fill that up. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I'm going to soak up some of that. Move it over here. Too much paint there. And when that happens, I just soak it up with my brush and transfer it over. All right. So now I'm going to use this darker color to fill in this one. Doesn't have to be precise because it will spread some. Ooh, I'm sleepy. I don't know about you guys, but when I get focused in on a project, it affects my sleep. Because the first ounce of wakefulness, my brain starts going on what I need to do, what I need to do. That's why the painting classes used to stress me out because I couldn't just say, hey, we're painting this and then we'll paint it. No, I had to stress about it, stress about it, stress about it. And if the class was a month away, I would stress about that thing for a month. This is where I'm not sure if people would prefer to get these not doodled on or doodled on. I'll tell you my example. I made some little prototypes here. This is that, and this is that. But I doodled on them. Kind of reminds me of a cactus a little bit. So I just wasn't sure. And now because those are so circular, I'm gonna get this lighter color and go back in there and kind of calm it down a bit where it doesn't look so perfect. I'm gonna try making this one like that. With the light on the outside and the dark on the inside. I'm definitely gonna make some more of these. I think I'm gonna leave them on the actual card and just mail them that way. And if someone wants them cut out, they can. This one I cut out because I had messed up the border. So I'll keep that in my stash. I've decided I'm going to do the journal for this stuff as in a composition book, and I'm tearing out half of the pages and then gluing the rest together to make them reinforced. Because I started doing it's like a bunch of olives. Funny. I started working on altering the composition book and then gluing this stuff in it, this square colored paper, and I didn't even finish page one. It was monotonous, no fun, and tedious. And I knew there was no way I was going to do that 50 times in a journal. So I stopped that process. That one looks pretty dark right there. If you drag a watercolor brush and see it puddles, you can dip it in there and it will soak it up. And then you rub it off on something else to get the excess off. I think too many puddles sit right there. All right. I want people to be aware that this is Harry Potter book I've been using. So if you have a problem with the Harry Potter book, you might not want to order these because all of the book pages in this are Harry Potter because I had a damaged Harry Potter book. Are there any Harry Potter fans out there watching? I'm a Harry Potter fan, which is why I grabbed this book when it was damaged. I thought it would be cool to use in my crafts. I couldn't sleep half the night. I get my brain so focused. I'm telling you. They talk about how a lot of the great artists were troubled. I think they had lack of sleep. If they do like me, when they get obsessed with something, and theirs would be their paintings, that it consumes their brain. I mean to say, I get it. Even though mine is not fine art, still art, and I'm still an artist. Some would beg to differ, but if you're creating art, you're an artist. It doesn't have to be fine art. You don't have to be getting rich on it to be an artist. Create. Therefore, you are an artist. So I want you all to remember that. When people say, oh, I'm just a crafter. Crafting is art. My little flyer that I used when I had my table set up at the library, I put artist and crafter. A piece of paint is on there again. Get off my brush. Piece of paint. It is. I didn't mean to fill them in. That's okay. By the time you doodle on these, even though they look imperfect at the moment, I'm getting too close together. By the time you doodle on them, they're really cute. Especially the one on the left. I think it might be my favorite as far as this session goes. Here's that piece of little hard piece of paint. Get off on my brush, sucker. That looks like a clover. Need to make some clovers, some 4-leaf clovers. That'd be cute. This is from the watercolor too, the Royal and Langnickel. I just recently sent a set of these to my sister, actually. Hers are still in the tube, but you can use it straight from the tube. I just like squirting it in here and letting it dry. I feel like I don't waste as much paint this way. Well, my flowers need some greenery, don't they? Look in a circle there. I'm going to go around this with the lighter color just to kind of help them blend in a little bit. One, two, three, four, five, six. All right. Good. Good deal. What I've been doing the past many days is counting to six over and over. Just making this thing. And then piling it over on the other side. All right. Look at this ugly one. Oh. Let's see what I can do for it. That was made with Inktense blocks. The colors were just, yeah. This looks better on the book page, I think. Yeah, that was my first one before I knew how I was doing it. But even this will probably look better once it's been doodled. Doodling helps, doodling helps. I'm gonna make some yellow squares. Love on them. Do this square up here. Actually, I just want to paint the whole thing. I feel like this is the best way to get to know these watercolors before I try to start painting a painting. Get up in there, whatever you are. Thank you. I'll put it into 6 strips and make one of them. Maybe I'll do another one. And that way I can cut them into 3 strips. That's better. I'll get some water and put in that. The more you mess with it, the water that's in your the palette here, the more deeper your color will get. If you don't mess with it too much, it'll stay lighter. If you just wet your brush and rub it on the dry paint, you can still watercolor with it. It'll just be really deep colors, which sometimes that's what you want, or fine line detail. You can do a fine line with the watercolor. You just paint it on a dry surface and you don't get your watercolor too wet, your actual paint. Sleepy. I may have to stop painting and go just enjoy my coffee. Wake my brain up. When I get up and start doing this automatically, that means I've been dreaming about it, which I was. Dreaming about color. Okay, set those aside to dry. Just gonna try to do a clover. Let's see what one looks like. Phone me out and look it up. Good old Google. There's some cute. Basically, it heart shapes next to each other. Okay, well, I can definitely know how to paint hearts. Go with this deep green. That's probably gonna be the worst one. I'll keep the worst one for myself. This little ring actually goes around that so that it doesn't get lost, but then it dangles. Get on my nerves. All right, time to let this stuff dry. All right, I had a recording malfunction, so I had already doodled on these and drawn on them with the micron marker. So I painted 2 more sheets so I could show you what I did. It's really easy, but those are so cute. So here we go. On the clover, basically all I did was a line on the stem, outlined it, and then a little line there. I could have gone further and put more veins, but I didn't. So no, nothing very complicated. You just go around it to end in a point right there in the middle. And then just boop, boop. Maybe I'm losing my ink. And then down the side. My pen's about to lose the ink. And there you have it. And that's what they look like afterwards. All right, I made 2 sheets of these. This one was the first one I made, and I didn't like how it looked there, but I'm still going to draw on all 4 of those. And on this, all I did was a big spiral and then 3 lines. I like to start in the middle. If I try to go slow, it ends up pretty shaky. So I just go for it. Both hands about to lose ink, I believe. And then I don't like these lines to be perfect, so I kind of crisscross them over each other. And then I just do a couple of little lines there. And this one, I just go, I do it twice. Not perfect. And then I go down twice. Once again, not perfect. And then I do twice. 1, 2. So let's do the other one. Here it is. Try to make them spirals about the same size is about the only thing. Make another one. My ink pen's losing its ink. Lovely. Definitely have my ink pen running out of ink. That's all you do. Fun, fun. Keep these out. Those are the cutest. These I cut to the green. Sometimes I cut things and leave a white outline, but I just like these better, cut all the way to the green. So cute. Let's a look. Let's a look. And then of course there are the loves that I made. Get up here, buddy. Love, love, love. Where's that over there? Anyway, I just stacked those up. That's it. All you need is some watercolors and a black pen. It can be a ballpoint pen. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you come back.